What is your greatest life advice?
My greatest life advice is that you are the key. You are the key to open your own doors. You are the key to open anything that you want to open in your own life.
Don't fall into the norm. Don't do what everybody else wants you to do.
If you're someone that ever goes through emotional, physical, sexual, or anything like that abuse, get help. Because I grew up being abused emotionally and pretty much emotionally, mentally, and physically by my whole family except for my father because I didn't get to live with him. My mom did meth injections. I didn't really have a decent childhood.
Don't seek out other people for your own happiness. If you do that, you'll find yourself in a lot of holes.
Be humble, because you don't know what that person or this person is going through. And if you can be that person that might make their day, just saying hi, hello, good morning, open the door for somebody can really make a difference.
Love yourself, because when I was growing up, I didn't have that kind of connection with anyone. Like
when you're in high school or stuff, just make the most of your time, I guess, when you're in school, because when you're out of school, you don't really have a lot of time to do shit. Yeah, especially if you're doing programming job like I do, you have a lot of time where you're sitting down doing work, and then you come home and all you want to do is sleep. So make the best of your school years while you can, because those will be the best. Those will be the memories you remember when you're sitting alone. It sounds really dark.
I know like a lot of people out there have like really low self-esteem and stuff like that, and they're like, oh, I wish I can get this person, or I wish people would like me or whatever. But like, I've learned in my old years that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's like an old saying, but it's 100% true.
My greatest life advice would probably have to be try not to please everybody, because no matter how hard you try, no one's gonna have the same kind of expectations that you're able to put out. There are many times to when I tried, like in the whole beginning of my life, I played sports, I played baseball to please my parents, please my friends, and once that ended, I was kind of lost. I worked 2 jobs and full-time college student. I still try to find some kind of way to get on vrchat and make people happy. It's going to end up hurting yourself, and you're the most important person.
It all starts within you. Law of attraction. It's basically manifestation, but you gotta keep on believing. You gotta keep on telling yourself that this will happen and it will come. If you want money, money will come to you. If you want a car, that car will come to you. Anything. That's a law of attraction.
If you ever have anything like that happen to you or anything bad, please don't get scared to get help the best you can. Don't be scared to call 911. Don't just do something. Don't just sit there and let yourself go through that, because it's the worst regret you will ever have.
Especially if you depend on someone in a relationship for your whole happiness. I had a situation like this where I threw my whole life away. I quit my job. Right after high school, I went through a breakup and I quit my job and I sat at home for 6 months straight. And I wish I never did that. Seek happiness in yourself before looking for happiness from another person.
All the advice that you receive from people, it has more weight than you can really get from just their words. Just growing up, I got all these wise words from old people and stuff. None of it meant anything to me. They're just crazy old people. What do they know? Just going through it, being scared of everything and shutting yourself away is torture in a weird way. You end up safe, but you're not happy.
You go to sleep and you just remember the past. You want to be able to remember high school as this really cool time where you went, oh yeah, I remember that time we went to that hill or whatever and snow down or whatever. Just the little memories, it helps a lot in the long run.
A friend of mine from a while back told me, no matter what is happening in your own world, you can always try to make someone else's world a little brighter.
And on top of being humble, be dedicated to what you do. As being dedicated, even though life may be hard, and the job may be even hard as well, pushing through that is going to set you up for success in the future. I'm that type of person that's quiet, kind of shies away from everybody. But in my job, I can't be that way. And that's something that pushed me forward to kind of break out of that shell, see from the outside in, essentially.
I never had that connection with my family, and it was kind of hard for me to love myself because I felt like nobody loved me. But then when I grew up into an adult, well, I'm still learning to love myself, but at least I don't need like anybody to love me, for me to accept who I am. And that's the greatest advice, because when at the end of the day, when everyone's gone, you only have yourself.
When somebody's feeling down, no matter what's going on in my life, I still always try to make someone else's world a little brighter. I try to make them happier if I can, if they're feeling upset about something or stressed out. It's kind of hard to come by to have a good friend, and I like to be there for that person.
You should surround yourself around people that only want to lift you up and that are happy for the things that you accomplish in life.
Before you go looking to include yourself with anybody, sort your own problems out first. Like, get your mental health in check, get all your problems down, and don't like put that shit on other people. It'll make you a lot happier. It'll make everyone around you a lot happier.
Don't start smoking. That is terrible for you, and you will spend a whole lot of time just trying to quit, and it's depressing. Don't use any sort of alcohol or drugs as crutches, because that first time that you do it can open a whole world of like dumb shit that you're going to do for the rest of your life. Just stay on a good path.
You may think you're the ugliest person in the world, but somebody out there thinks that you're like a 14 out of 10. You know, like you're the hottest thing to walk on the face of the earth to them. So like, you may hate yourself, but they love you.
Don't waste your time being unhappy, because being unhappy is very exhausting. And you'll find out later in life, whenever you're old and gray, that being unhappy can have a lot of health risks along with it.
You're going to hit the age like 30 and you're not even going to realize that your teen, your 20s, like, that's going to pass by and you won't be able to go back. So basically try to live life to its fullest. Of course, when I like meditate, I've meditated here before, like in VR. It's so relieving. It's a little strange at first because obviously you have to sit on the ground or you have to sit somewhere and like cross your legs and do all that stuff. So of course your avatar is going to look a little weird or strange. There's a place in VR where it's kind of like my safe place. Like so relaxing. You could just lay back and just do what you need to do.
Is to always try and be confident, always try and put yourself out there. Because if you try not to put yourself out there, then not a whole lot of big opportunities will come to you. So as long as you put yourself out there.
Do what you want to do. Don't just follow someone else's plan they've laid out for you. Because odds are, if you don't like it, you're not going to be happy in life. You're going to be miserable. And you're just going to feel like crap all the time. Go to college, do what you want to do. Don't get stuck at a dead-end job, working 8 hours for pay you which you deserve more for the amount of work you actually do. I feel like crap all the time now. I get on here. This is my release from the crap that's going on in my world.
Never take anything for granted, because when you look back a year or so ahead of what you have now, you always want to go back to the past. You never can. So always live for the moment and live for the now, because you'll never get those chances back.
It kind of applies in VR chat as well, because like a lot of people on this game will, you know, go around looking for relationships and shit, and they got all sorts of mental problems like depression and whatnot. But yeah, that shit is like, sort it out yourself. Don't try and get other people to sort your problems out for you, because they got their own shit.
You can probably hear by my voice that I sound sick, and that ties into my greatest life advice. Start believing. I just got over a cold in these last 48 hours with no medication, just by believing that my body would cure itself. I literally placeboed my brain to cure a sickness. If I can do that, just imagine what you can do. If you want to run faster, you can run faster. If you want more subscribers on YouTube, you will get more subscribers on YouTube. Anything in this world that you want is only stopped by your own belief. So start believing and start to think positive, because you will start to attract that into your own life. That's the law of attraction. Thank you for watching this video. Stay dreaming, stay lucid. I'm out. Peace.